What's up, friends? What's up, everyone? Okay, so we got the TikTok live started right here. I'm gonna move that to the center. RVNBNB joined. User 817287 joined. Hello, hello. We're recording this. I'm gonna put this out. This is actually the fourth TikTok live session, believe it or not. The third one was last Monday. It was last Monday. Monday, yes. Let me see. I'm having a beer. Why not? It's Saturday night. Let's go, friends. Let's go. Having this beer. It's I just got this glass from Fifth Hammer. I was out with Peter and Claire. Peter's another resident. He's a third-year resident. I started my residency with him. He's in the 6-year track with Bobby. Peter and Claire, they're a couple. They're awesome. If you don't know them, if you haven't met them, lots of fun. Oh my God. What beer are you drinking? Nick the Fergie, what's up, bro? This is, so the glass is most importantly from Fifth Hammer. It's a brewery out in Brooklyn. It's like less than 30 minutes from my apartment. We had a good time there today, and we got this. Had a couple Kolsch's, the Hammer style, Hammer, whatever. It's a pale ale. It's really good, or a lager. Actually, now that I forget what it was. I think it was. It's either Pilsner or a lager. It was a light lager, actually. That's what it was. It was a light lager, the Hammerstein. And so we got that, got the Stein. Pretty sweet. This is actually an Icelandic beer. I just got this from Fairway Market. It's Icelandic. I don't know. It's a pale ale. I got to be honest. Do you have any of those? Hey, Marissa Servi, what's up? I like light skin legend. Light skin. Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, not many people out there that have lighter skin than me. Yeah, I've been made fun of my whole life for that. Yeah, so this is an Icelandic beer. I'm going to give it a shot tonight. I'm not expecting... It's okay. It's okay. It smells too sweet. You know what I mean? I like a nice Pilsner, a lager. I love IPAs if they're just right? Like, you can't chug IPAs. You got to sip it, like a nice shower beer, like a triple. In the shower, a nice cold shower, nice cold beer in a hot shower. Let's see. Marissa, hey, what's up, legend? Do you have any of those? Any of what? I just actually had jaw surgery on Wednesday. Marissa, what's up? Wait, what jaw surgery did you have, Marissa? Let me know. Was it a BSSO? Was it a little fort? Was it what kind of froth on the stash? I don't know if I'll get any froth on the stash. Not much. I don't have much of a stash right now. Well, Fort 1. Oh, Marissa, how you doing? A little bit of bleeding is okay. That's expected, right? A little bit of bleeding from the nose, maybe. What do you got? What's going on? Did they give you the straw, like the syringe with the tube on the end of it to drink from? PT Buzz. I liked when the guy from Epic Page. Yeah, dude. It was very cool. Juan was awesome. Juan was super friendly. His team was great. It was very sweet. Dude, it was so random. I literally just got home that day from work. I came in the back door of the complex, and they were knocking on the front door, and I was like, "Can I help? Can I help you? What's up? Do you have a friend upstairs?" And they're like, "Actually, can we see your apartment? Can we tour your apartment real quick?" And I was like, right, because doesn't that sound pretty sketchy? Like, can I tour your apartment? I wouldn't walk into somebody's, "Hey, can I tour your apartment?" No. But he had a cameraman. I was like, maybe. It was like, "We'll give you $200." And I'm like, "How about 500?" And he's like, "Absolutely." And I was like, "Okay, come upstairs." I know the shortened version of the video only portrays like the 1 to 200, but it was actually 500. And it came up. I double checked. I had to call Luce before my girlfriend. And I was like, "Hey, are you on a meeting right now? Can I bring some people upstairs? They were going to say hello." You know what I mean? And dude, they came right up. It was quick. I showed them. Yeah. And I do have a ton of boxes. It's a mess in here. It's a nightmare from selling my dental instruments from, I got to make some money, dude. $2,900 a month for this rent is ridiculous. I can't afford it. I get $4,000 a month. I'm serious. $4,000 a month from salary. $2,900 of that is $2,850 rent. $2,850. So 3/4 of that goes to rent. Dude, I'm barely surviving. Herbert. Oh shoot! I just missed a ton of. Yeah, no. It's Iceland. It's an Icelandic pale ale. It's a little sweet. It's like the Belgian. It's almost like a wheat ale. I don't know. I got very low expectations for this, but we'll see. Marissa, I'm so glad that you're doing good. I'm so glad I'm hope you have the ibuprofen to keep the swelling. You're icing. I hope you have an icing, right? Right? Legend. Wait, you're a dentist, bro? Yes, I am a dentist. I'm a resident training in oral and maxillofacial surgery. Yes, that's correct. Marcus, can you say comment? Marcus, Jack Wes, can you say coffee? I say coffee. I do. I'm from Long Island, New York, and we have a heavy Brooklyn accent. So you say, because my grandparents and my parents, they moved out from Nassau County, the Brooklyn area, Brooklyn, Queens area. That's the heavy coffee, dog. They moved out, and now I get my accent from them. Yeah, so I say coffee. I say dog. Nick the Fergie, a stout is a great beer. I agree. I love stouts in winter. It's the high 60s right now in Manhattan, and it's a little chilly out. It's been pouring all day long. Pouring. I got my rain boots on, my waterproof shoes. Oh yes, syringe and all good, Marissa. Good. My boss did my surgery. Excellent. Okay, good. So you know the surgeon that did it. Awesome. Mitochondria power cell. Nice hair. Thank you. It's getting a little long. I'm going to Jamaica in like 3 weeks for a mission trip in Jamaica, and it's gonna be like 100 degrees out and humid. I think I should trim. This is my question to you guys. Should I trim my hair? Should I trim my hair for that? Let me know. Let me know what you think. PT Buzz, was it really random? I'm sorry, what was really random? Yeah, dude, it was super random. They were just on the front. Is your hair real? Can you pull on it with this? This? It's real. Yeah, it's real. It's real. All this is real. Look at the mess. Look at the mess my hair is. You like that? You like that? What's the what's the that, like, the, not the emo, but the hard rock song where it's like I forget it. I would have done the skit. Does anyone know of the hard rock song where they put the hair in front and it's like all right, let's keep going. Wow, Jesus. Is your hair real? Yes. Do you think NYU is a good program? A good program for what? For undergrad, for dental school, for oral surgery residency? What do you think? Tell me what you think. User 6747417138 My swelling is insane, though. Yeah, Marissa, the swelling is incredible. You look like a chipmunk after that surgery. User 6 was, oh, I heard NYU is not good giving residents housing. True. Because you have to share housing with, like, the medical students, the medical residents, other people that live in this random dorm. I don't live in that dorm. I live. Can you see it? Okay. Well, I'm recording this right now for my YouTube channel and for podcasts on Zoom. So it's only gonna be 45 minutes, by the way. So we're ending at about 8:15. So you can see this is the Empire State Building in the back. Got my little salt rock here. That's my family right here. That's my mom and dad. That's mom and dad right there. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Yeah. So I am recording this. I found this apartment on my own. Super small, super tiny. We do have a laundry in the basement. We do have a small fitness center in the basement. Dumbbells up to 50. It's all I need. You know. Is beer good for teeth? Well, I mean, it's not about if beer is good for your teeth. It's about how often you brush a day. You know what I mean? Gotta brush. Oh shoot, I'm not even in the whole video. There we go. Much better. And let me pop this so you can see me. You can see the brewski. All right. I heard Emily's not good. Correct. I think I've seen you before. Jenna Haller. Hey, Jenna. Maybe we have one of the nurses just on KP18. One of the nurses just said hello. She was saying she was going to forward her information to her cousin who's applying to oral surgery residencies. He goes to Tough Dental School. Dude, like, put me in touch. DM if anyone on here is interested in oral surgery, or you want to go through residency options, medical school, dental school, anything I can help with, because I do this for you. Just DM me on Instagram. Okay, it's Dr. Gal. Let me know. I'm here to help you. I'm here for you guys. Any questions you need, just DM me on Instagram, and I'll get back as soon as possible. Okay. Gamble, Doc, you got time off. Very deserving. You're too kind. Yes. Well, no, because I am on call tomorrow. And yes, I am a third-year resident. I am on primary or first call 5 times a month still. Ridiculous as a 3 out of 4 resident. We're very short-staffed. There's nothing I can do about it. But I did have last night off and tonight off. I'm on call tomorrow, Sunday, and I finished at about 4 o'clock yesterday, on Friday. So I got 1 day off. I got 1 full day off. I'm going to use it, and I'm here for you guys. Opinion on root canals versus indirect pulp cap. Samantha Herman, what's up? Sam, great question. You really need to touch base with your keep the hair long, don't trim. But Nick, dude, I'm going to Jamaica. I'm gonna be sweating my balls off. Like, what am I gonna do? Samantha, root canals versus indirect pulp cap. So this is 2 different things. Indirect pulp cap is gonna be, now look, I'm an oral surgery resident. I haven't done general dentistry or endodontics in a very long time. But what's going to dictate that is the extent of your lesion, right? If it's a deep cavity and you need to do pulp capping because it might or might not have spread to the pulp, that's when the pulp capping is going to come involved. From my understanding, again, I don't do this in my specialty. This is all opinion. This is not medical advice. Anyway, the root canal is going to be the full roots. So if the lesion has spread into the pulp chamber, the pulp canal, the root canal, etc., root canal is going to be need to be the thing. Okay, hold on. Let me pop my phone on low power mode really quickly. Hold on, give me 1 quick second. There we go. Okay, let's continue. Nick, for you keep the hair long, dude. I want to keep the hair long because I'm loving the Viking stuff. I got the Viking beer, but not really digging the beer. It's a little too sweet for me. I like a nice light lager, a pilsner, a pale ale. This is a pale ale. It's a little sweet though. It's more like a wheat kind of sweet. You know what I mean? Tunnel or funnel? Tunnel. What's the mission trip? The mission trip, it's extraction. We're going to be, so I'm one of 5 oral surgery residents that were selected. We're going to go to Jamaica. We're going to be spread out in different camps along the island and of Jamaica. And we're staying at one resort, but then every day we get up super, like crack of dawn. And then we go to different spots of the island, of the country. And then we take out teeth of citizens, resident, the community, patients, in Jamaica. It's going to be super fun. I'm really looking forward to it. I like taking out teeth. Some of the residents in my program were kind of downgrading or minimizing this trip because it's just taking out teeth. Dude, this is what I'm in for. I love taking out teeth. I love taking out complicated teeth. I love a challenge, right? In addition to the other, okay, please refrain from saying the Lord's name in vain. Samantha, you are 100% correct. I apologize for that. Samantha Herman, I'm sorry about that. You are 100% correct. Step Bapu. Yes, this is a beer. This is a brewski. It's Saturday night. We're hanging out. I'm here to answer your questions. Beer Maker 20 feet. Better not be a Bud Light, old man. Good one. That was funny. I respect the humor. Not to go into politics. Absolutely no politics whatsoever. But the joke is funny. No. It's an Icelandic beer. I have another one back here in case I need to. It's Einstock. I don't know. Honestly, not really a fan. I think they could have done a better job. It's a little too Belgian wheat ale, right? I wish it was more of like a Pilsner. It's a pale ale, but they went more wheat ale, like a triple versus Pilsner, lager. They could have done other things. Okay, let's see. Is beer good for your teeth? Just brush your teeth before you go to bed at night, bro. Nate, when you swipe up on this thing, you lose like 15 comments. Do you or John this? I'm confused. Nate. Better be Samuel Adams. Love Samuel. Step Babu. Love Samuel Adams. But this is not. This is some new nice landing beer I'm trying for the first time. Inder S. How can I increase working memory? Thanks. First of all, self-awareness. To answer your question directly, first of all, self-awareness. You need to know how you study best, right? To increase memory, one, you need to focus in at the time. Maybe it's caffeine. Maybe it's eliminating distractions. For example, to eliminate distractions, I used to keep my cell phone in the car, and I used to go in and study at Panera Bread when I was studying for the CBSE. The CBSE is the oral surgery exam you take in dental school prior to applying into oral surgery residency. It's basically the medical school board exam, step one. shortened into just 200 questions, but that's what the CBSE is. I used to study for this thing for 5, 10, 15. I've done 15 hours at a time. And I would keep my phone in my car out in the parking lot. I don't have iMessage linked to my laptop. I would come in, I would study from my laptop, get the noise canceling, the transparency, noise canceling headphones, get them. Second, figures. How do you increase your memory? I mean, Sketchy Micro, Sketchy Farm, they does it. The Sketchy company does this for the topics. They utilize a figure where each picture represents a different thing, such as a pencil represents penicillin, right? It makes sense. You remember what sketches for what microbiology, what pathogens, what viruses, but for penicillin specifically, what bacteria have the picture, including a pencil, and then you remember that this bacteria is fought with penicillin. Okay, so picture memory is proven in Sketchy Micro. I utilize it via Quizlet, premium version Quizlet, because the figures you can include on the study cards. It's repetition. It's about repetition. I used to write things out in college, which was fantastic, right? But you need more repetitions. You can learn more by doing 7 Quizlets than by rewriting something 3 times. You see what I'm saying? It takes longer. You're getting less reps in, and Quizlet, you're getting more reps. You're getting to see more things, okay? Inder S, that's my answer for your how can I increase working memory. Got it? Inder S, I'm suffering a lot in graduate school due to poor working memory. Dude, it's repetitions. Get Quizlet, study it. Lots of reps, get figures. So whenever you memorize an index card, you're looking at the figure, the diagram, the picture, whatever it may be, and you're remembering the figure. This is how the memory works. I'm telling you right now. And you need to get repetitions in as far as the concept goes, and you need to see that picture, figure, diagram, etc. many, many, many times. Nick the Fergie, dude, put it in a man bun. I do man buns. I do man buns to work out. Runs, workouts. I put in a man bun, and then I put a bandana like this around. I tie in the back to soak up the sweat. I do that, but dude, I'm not going to do a man bun for 7 days in Jamaica. I've also had hair like this for 2.5 years, bro. 2.5 years. Lover girl. Hey, Dr. Gallagher, how are you doing? Lover girl, what's up? Doing pretty good. We got to be here. It's Saturday night. I have the night off. Thank God. How are you doing, lover girl? And what's your first name so I can say hello? Gabby, do you know Dr. Martin? Martin Thomas? I do know Dr. Martin Thomas, Gabby. How do you know Dr. Martin Thomas? Wait, Marvin. You mean Marvin? Dr. Martin? Hunter Martin? Yes, I do know Dr. Hunter Martin. She left months, literally months before I started my residency here. She went to LIJ. Fantastic oral surgeon. I worked with her on my externship, my week here. I don't think she remembers me. That's fine, but she was great. Super energetic, very enthusiastic. I love that. I wish she was still here. Dr. Alessandro Redis. What's up, Doc? You going teeth and titanium private practice or hospital-based after residency? There's maybe a 2% chance I go into a hospital-based work environment after it. The hospital environment, especially in the Northeast, is not a fan of the culture. I'm not, and I don't like hospital call. It's all work, very little pay. The respect I could appreciate a little bit more too, a little bit. The ED docs are fantastic, but I think doctors in the hospital end up working, my opinion, this is all my opinion, I think doctors in the hospital end up working more for the hospital than they do for the patients. And I can't stand for that. Personally, I can't stand for that. When I walk into the office, the clinic, the hospital, I need all eyes on the patient. I need the patient to be the center of focus. I don't appreciate when it comes down to the timing for this. It's weird. It's weird. There's a lot of politics involved. I work for the patient and solely the patient first and foremost. And I don't like how, especially in residency, you work for the hospital I don't like that. I can't stand for that. Patients is my number one focus. Okay, just my opinion. Luke, pre-dental, early morning or late night workouts. I prefer early morning. However, early morning is when you are most alert, most attentive, and your concentration is at a maximum. I prefer to do work, studying, whatever desk work you may need to do in the mornings. And I can't do late night workouts. My rule is I don't start a workout if it's after 8 p.m. at night. Because, when you're getting up at 5:30, 6 a.m. in the mornings, and you work out after 8 p.m., your body temperature takes roughly 3 hours to cool down such that you can get an adequate night's sleep. You can fall asleep and be comfortable, right? So if you're working out at 8 p.m., say you finish about 9, then you're eating dinner. You're not cooling down until after 12, 1 p.m., which means you're not falling asleep until 1, 2 p.m. And now you're cutting in on waking up the next morning. That's what I found just from my experiences. And I prefer to work out in the mornings. I can't do it because we work early mornings. Therefore, I work out right when I get out, about 7 o'clock. 7 to 8 is my workout time. And I try to study before 7. 8 o'clock, cut it off, dinner, start to wind down the night, wash the dishes, maybe do the laundry, study a little bit, get on social media, respond to comments, because I'm here for you guys. Speaking of, just the other day, I watched my Viking show. And just the other day, what happened was I was watching it, and it's like the Vikings, who are Nordic. They consider them the Northmen, and they believe in the gods. And then they invade England and stuff. They have raids on England, and England is Catholic, right? I'm Catholic, right? And interestingly enough, one of the monks in England said that when he gave up his life, everything, and started serving people first and foremost, that's when he truly became happy. And this was Tuesday, Wednesday night. And since then, I've been thinking, like, I like making content. I like giving back. I like answering questions. I like doing Q&A sessions. I like mentoring, educating, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, podcast, LinkedIn, etc. You get it, right? But I like doing these mentoring sessions. I like doing Q&A sessions. I like doing live, and I like to answer questions. And technically, I'm serving you, right? And I'm happy. I'm happy doing this. So here we are. We're having a beer together tonight. Thanks for joining. And we got like 20 minutes to go. Thank you again. And let's keep going. So yes, not late night workouts. I prefer early morning, but it ends up being about 7 p.m. And I cut that off at 8:30, because technically if I start before 8, I'll finish after 8. But all right, BX_Paul wrote your thoughts on hydroxyapatite. Well, well, what? Like, you're eating hydroxyapatite? Like, give me a more in-depth question if you can. You talk so fast. Who's that? ND. I do talk fast. We got a short amount of time here. I only have the free version of Zoom. I'm recording this. You're right. I wish I could talk slow. I can talk slower, but I'm not gonna get as much stuff in, right? You know what I mean? I try to get to as much as I can. This is by the way, I said earlier today, this was the 3rd TikTok live session. However, if you count Monday night, remember Tuesday nights, that was actually the 3rd. I didn't record that one. I did record the first 2 in March and April. And now I'm deciding, well, I just tried it out Tuesday night. I didn't get to all the questions, remember? So I figured, let's do this again. I'll record it this time. This way we can watch it after, run it back. I could chop it up and send it to my guy, Esteban in Toronto, if he wants to help me out with chopping it up and making short videos that I can put on, I don't know, TikTok, Shorts, Instagram Reels, podcasts, whatever it may be. But point being said is, yes, Gabby, Dr. Hunter Martin, she was my surgeon. I had double jaw surgery early this year. Congrats. I hope you're doing well. Actually, how are you doing? How are you feeling as far as satisfaction with the results? Let me know. I'm very curious. Amir, tips for first year of dental school. Yeah. So yes, Gabby, she is LIJ. I know, she's fantastic. Only good things to say about Dr. Hunter Martin. Fantastic. Absolute. Shout out to her. Congrats. She's probably not going to watch this, but that's okay. Wish she was still at our program. Okay, Amir, first year of dental school. Okay, so Amir, listen. The first year of dental school, it's a lot different from college. And you had to go through college in order to get into dental school, right? So first year of dental school, you're taking roughly 32 credits a semester. That is the average of credits you take in a semester of dental school, right? Until roughly half the year, December, January. My recommendation, and now listen, that's all academics. That's all didactics at that point. What you have coming for you is handling didactics on top of the incoming clinic work you have to do. And on top of that, if you're interested in getting total surgery, you need to handle studying for that CBSE on top of those 2 things, right? So that's 3 things. My first year, your first year, I recommend personally, I would look how to balance taking your classes as well as, you had clinic coming in. So I would work on studying efficiently and effectively. The effective studying is studying and getting higher GPA, right? That's obvious. I know, you know what I'm talking about. That's obvious advice. but how to do that, right? And then we'll get to effectively, efficiently. Effectively is studying getting 90s and above, right? You want A's. Effectively is 90 and above. Efficiently is getting that time that it needs to take, that you need to take to study to get a 90 and above, down and down and down, right? So that's more efficient studying. Effective studying is finding what way you study best. I study best figuratively, like diagrams, figures, photos, pictures. Therefore, I found that Quizlet Premium version was my most effective stuff because I need figures, right? Anki is good. There's another source, I forget the name of it, but you can write on stuff. You need figures, right? We're all most people are, they remember about, they're visual learners, right? So that's how I recommend studying effectively. Efficiently is getting that time down. I also found, again, Quizlet, because what I started to do was I would draw columns. I would divide a paper in half and I would fold it over. So I'd do question, answer, question, answer, question, answer. That's how I did effective studying, but you could do that on Quizlet. Efficient studying, or effective, whatever, you need to get repetitions in. You need to get them in fast. Okay, so when I was doing a paper folded in half, question, answer, that became more effective studying, but I was still writing things out. It took too long. That was not effective. So when I put it into Quizlet, I was getting a lot faster on it. I could put figures in with the Quizlets, you know, when you get premium version. And that's when it became even more effective, believe it or not, and more efficient, because I only had to type it out. You could type it out, copy and paste, whatever you need to do. You can literally take pieces of PowerPoints and papers. This Quizlet, they're using AI to make Quizlets just on a figure now. It's phenomenal. I haven't tried the AI out for Quizlet, but it's phenomenal. Try that out. You get more efficient and effective. And that's how you get dental school now. I recommend trying it out in undergrad. I recommend trying it out in middle school, high school, wherever you guys are at. Try it out. Trust me. This stuff works. I wish I had Quizlet in high school. I didn't know about it until college, and I didn't use it until dental school. It would have been a huge help. Okay, so I recommend trying that out. Noise canceling headphones, studying at Panera while leaving your phone turned off in the car, leave it in the car, go into Panera, study there. What's another one? Progressive house mixes, listening to. There's no lyrics, so you're not getting distracted, but there's a constant tempo. There's a beat, there's a tune, there's a melody to keep you inspired, and there's a tempo to keep you going, keep studying. I just realized you can't see my eyebrows on this view. Yes, I do have eyebrows, but we can pretend we don't. We can pretend we don't. Someone on Monday made fun of my eyebrows. That's all good. Love a girl. Lovely to hear that. My first name is Shams. Surgery recovery is miserable, but toughing it out, yes, toughing it out, super respectable. And yes, surgery recovery, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what surgery recovery is like. Love a girl, but you did it. I'm assuming, and congrats for that, because that is huge. Lauren, for context. Oh shoot! I just hit up and I lost like 15 comments. Lauren, do you think the dental school you attend impact your ability to match into OMFS residency? Lauren or Lauren E or Laureen? Absolutely. Laureen 733, absolutely. If you go to a dental school that has a lower match percentage rate into specialties, yes, unfortunately, your year is most likely, not necessarily 100%, but is less likely to match because you have a similar rate. Year after year, for example, I went to Stony Brook, and they have an excellent match rate into oral surgery residencies because the class is small, 46, I think they are now. And my year was 4 for 4. The year before me was, I forget. The year before that was 6 for 6. The year before that was 5 for 5. Great percentages in a small class. That means what I'm saying is the ratio and percentage of match rates are excellent at Stony Brook. Same at Columbia. Same at Harvard. Same at UConn. Okay. NYU, on the other hand, it's a smaller percentage because they have a class of 400 and they're only getting a handful, basically the same amount as Stony Brook, into oral surgery residencies. You see what I'm saying? So you have a less percentage matching into specialties, and therefore it does impact your ability to match into residencies in any specialty, G. Offerson, R. Raskin, nice watch. Thank you. This is a citizen. This is I have watches based on mentalities or mindsets or, focuses. And this is like my desk watch. I put it on today. It was super rainy out. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. It's chronograph. It's got the thing. Sometimes I count how many beers I've had by using the bezel, because the bezel's a diving watch where it shows like the minutes. When you go underwater, they have a bezel where it shows you how many minutes you've been underwater. If you set it correctly to the minute hand. I like to, whenever I have a beer, I like to keep track just so I don't have too many. You know what I mean? And then you're ready to go for tomorrow. All right. Holly Lizakowski, I love your content. Past RDA in OMFS, now working a prison and still love extract. Oh my God, extractors are so much fun, right? I see that, Holly. RDA in state prison. What prison are you in? I'm curious. One in New York? One of the hospitals has prison inmates come and we do surgery on some of them in one of the hospitals that we did. I just hear a toot? No, you didn't. I'll let you know. There are a lot of toots that I can do, but not on, on social media. Seriously? What are you talking about, bro? Lori, for context, my state school is known for majority producing rural GPs who don't specialize. Yeah, I know. And there's so many dental schools opening up in the last 2 to 3 years. They're popping up everywhere. By the way, residency programs aren't necessarily increasing the number of spots. You need to keep that in mind. Medical school did this years ago when it became consolidated and corporatized. Dentistry, and especially dental schools, are becoming more corporatized with these DSOs. These DSOs, believe it or not, are opening up dental schools. It's unethical. It's what's the word? It's legally, it's a conflicting, I forget the word, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, but it's going on and they're letting it get away with it. I wish someone in the ADA would grow some balls and say, like, this is unethical. We're going to put an end to this. Let's focus on the students we're putting out, because after COVID, they're getting a less clinical experience, more didactics. Let's get some more clinical experience. Let's teach them how to work on patients. Let's teach them how to speak and connect with patients. What happened to that? Go to your local dentist and tell me what you think. Okay, just saying. And if you want, you could look up their Google reviews. There was an attending that said to me the other day, like, Google reviews, what do they even count for? I understand, but unfortunately, the majority, like the average of Google and Yelp reviews, can usually predict what kind of dentist you're going to meet in the office. Do I agree with it? I wish it was all in person and word of mouth, and but this is the world we live in today, and whether you like it or not, digital virtual meeting people like this, we're meeting, like, you get to know who you get it, what I'm saying? Google and Yelp reviews have a utility, and I'm hoping personally I could create platforms where we can utilize this rating, create our own, maybe an average, do whatever, but we will get there. So yes, I understand that, Laureen. Yeah, a lot, they rural GPs who don't specialize, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but you need to make sure you have experience clinically working on patients before you're doing implant, before you're doing sinus lifts, before you're doing complicated extractions, wisdom teeth, for example. There's a lot of risk involved, right? There's a lot of complications that can occur, and you need to be able to mitigate them. And that's why I'm learning in residency. That's why we specialize, and that's why complicated, challenging procedures typically go to the specialist, right? That's just dentistry or medicine. Worth it. The first 2 weeks were very rough. At least it was for me. Yeah, Gabby, I know. Those first 2 weeks. Oh my God. It took me a couple months. I got slapped in the face with those academics, but it's all part of the process. Good. We still have over 10 minutes left, it looks like, so we're good. Jojo took the DAT this past summer. Congrats. How'd you do, Jojo? Let me know. Luke, free dental. Thoughts on family loan only for state dental school versus $500K plus normal loan for prestigious one. It depends on what you want to go into. Luke, some of the more prestigious dental schools. Prestigious could be defined as different things. I don't know what you refer to them as, but I refer to a prestigious dental school as one with like an Ivy school, big name, for example, or that tends to place a lot into specialties. So I would consider what you want to do. Do you want to do general dentistry, which does so many procedures? That's a lot of fun, right? Great team environment, depending on what location you're in. DSO versus private practice. I would highly recommend spend a lot of time. So here's the thing. When we're an undergrad, when we're before dental school, we tend to shadow because we need numbers. We need hours shadowing. I really highly recommend you shadowing for the experience, to get an idea of what these dentists do. Shadow the oral surgeons, shadow the cosmetic dentist, shadow the endodontist, the pediatric dentist, get an idea of what all the orthodontists, get an idea of what these dentists do. So you can get an idea of what your life is what your career is going to be like after dental school, right? And then you could, through dental school, as you see more of it and do more of it, Now you can mold your direction into what you want to do and what you think you'll be happy doing for your career. Make sense? I think we need to judge and sway our direction based on what we're most excited about and happy doing versus money or salary or paying back loans, or you know what I mean? You get it. You get it. Interested in specialty. Well, look, there's your answer. Gabby, hardest part for me was eating. Yeah, yeah, trying to get enough protein. You literally need to have like twice as number of meal. And remember, your meals are all liquid at that point. When you're locked down in closed reduction, right? You get the wires or bands, and you can't open your jaws because it's fixated in place at maxillomandibular fixation. That's what it's called. You're eating through the back of the vestibules, right? You're eating around the backs of your teeth. It's a full liquid diet. You literally need twice, probably at least twice the number of meals a day that are full liquid: protein, shakes, smoothies, yogurt, ice cream, high in protein, right? You need at least twice to get the amount of nutrients in order to get the amount of nutrients and caloric intake that you need each day. This recording's going on. I'm getting a little. I want to make sure that it's recorded. I hope this is going a long time. It's usually just a half. All right. Well, we'll see what we get. Hopefully this records correctly, and it's a learning experience, right? Okay. I could smell the marble reds through my screen. Maureen, are you sure? Believe it or not, Maureen, I've never had one cigarette in my entire life. So I don't know if it's a joke, Maureen, but get it together. I've never smoked a cigarette. God. Jojo, do you have any tips for doing well in biochem? I really do. I really think that Quizlet Premium with the figures, or Anki, whatever it may, I think you need to use technology that we have at our disposal to get repetitions in, right? So you could type quicker or copy and paste, or the AI, like I said, Quizlet has the AI that utilizes a figure, and it can extract or import and create the Quizlet cards out of that. And then you could put the figures on top of it. You could literally team up with 2 or 3 classmates, and then you could say, you do the Quizlet for this lecture, I'll do the Quizlet for this lecture, she'll do the Quizlet for this lecture. And then prior to the lecture, you've already studied it a couple times. This is how success is found in academics and didactics, if you will. This is how I started doing it for oral pathology in dental school with my buddy Hamad. Gina was doing it. Gina Bell. Heather Galana was doing it. Hamad Shah. We had a little team going, and it switched, right? It wasn't just that. It was mostly Hamad and myself, but we had fire oral path grades because of that. Okay, that's my trick. That's my secret to you. Bra, do you live in DC? Nope. User 332362023. No. Manhattan, New York. Wave, drip, the Kraken. Do 10 push-ups, dude. Yeah? Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Okay, here we go. One, two, let's do some diamonds. Let's do some diamond push-ups. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, who asked me that? You wait, wave, drip, and the crack do 10 times. All right, you owe me 12 now, bro. You owe me 12. Just knock them out like nothing, bro. You got to do 12 push-ups now. Do 15. Are you kidding me? I return the you got to return it now, bro. Let's do it. Okay. It's still recording. I think we got time. I think we got time. New York City paramedic here. I moonlight for a dental anesthesiologist. Thinking about getting into that route, dude. It's a fire route. It's such a good route. Thing about dental anesthesiology is I don't know the job landscape right now. You know what I mean? Because it's primarily oral surgeons that are doing sedations, dental anesthesiologists, and now you have these offices that are hiring out. Let me pop this laptop on the charger. We're at 8:13 right now. We have offices hiring out dental anesthesiologists to do these big sedation cases for their multiple implants, extractions, bone grafting, whatever it may be. But now these general dental practices are hiring out periodontists to do implants as such, oral surgeon, but they could just hire out the oral surgeon. You know what I mean? And let me stop there. This is a great question, and I need to look into this more and get back to you on it, okay? But I think dental anesthesiologist is a great route to go into, okay? Jessica, are you on call tonight? Jessica, I'm drinking a beer. Does it look like I'm on call tonight? I've been on here for 44 minutes now. I'm not on call tonight. I would not be doing this if I was on call. Gabby, LO, my orthodontist went to Stony Brook. Yeah. My buddy, Sean Zark, one of my best friends. He's a third-year orthodontist resident right now at Stony Brook. He's killing it. If you go there, whatever, say hi to him for me. Say hi to him for me. Joan, apart from CBSE, what's the biggest aspect of an application to OMFS residency? I would say personality. Personality is one thing. I would say externships. I would say letter of recommendation. I mean, look, letter of recommendations are really going to make or break you. It really is, right? So you need to be shadowing in the OR. You need to be assisting. You need to be helping out in your dental school's oral surgery clinic whenever you can. But I would recommend getting the CBSE out of the way prior to that. Makes sense? You see what I mean? Very important. Very, very important. But as far as applying a GPA, some schools, if you have a GPA, that's important. I know Columbia, Harvard, the pass fail. There's no GPA. I don't even know if there's ranking there. They all place into specialties. Fantastic. Stony Brook, however, no ranking, but not pass fail. So great for placement into specialties because they're not ranked. And schools tend to trust it. It's a smaller class. We get such great clinical experience at Stony Brook. However, they made the grades non-pass fail and graded, and that had a very, very negative effect on the culture of the class. Super petty, super competitive. Oh my God, terribly, immaturely competitive. I remember my first anatomy score, I had a 92. Some kid that lived in my house went around asking him, what grade did you get? What grade did you? He got a 94. And he looked at me and he goes, that's about the score I thought you'd get. We both got A's. You got 2 points more than me. You got a 94, I got a 92. What are you saying right now? That's how petty my dental school class. Isn't that weird? Do you want to be in? I don't know. I did not like that at all whatsoever. Look, Stony Brook was great for the clinical experience. I got to work with doctors that literally mentored me and were my idols growing up. Dr. Nicastro, dude, I'm serious, like amazing. However, the social experience at Stony Brook was very, very below average. Very below average. I got more along with the Buffalo students than I did with students in my year, just because everyone was so immaturely competitive. Buffalo, on the other hand, much less student specialized. However, they were so much fun, such friendly people. They're freezing up there in Buffalo when it snows like 9 out of 12 months a year. But good people. My God, I love the Buffalo people. Andrew Haber, Christian Westermeyer, Wilbur, Will Adamson, good people. The good peeps. Okay, Joan, apart from the CBC, good. Jefferson, I have a similar one. Nice, nice. User, what made you want to go into OMFS rather than another surgical specialty? Well, in oral surgery, not pretty much, the only real surgical specialty. It is. It's the only, we take call. We manage all the complications. Whenever something goes wrong in dentistry, it always goes to an oral surgeon. Always, and it's always an oral surgeon. That's why. That's why. And I'm learning. Look, it's a tough experience. It's like getting thrown in the deep end and learning how to swim that way. But that's how I wanted it to be done. It's a very unique experience here. But yeah, so that's why in dentistry, the surgical specialty, the true, because you are on call. Periodontists are not on call. That's not true. General dentists, they are on call, but they're not doing all complicated and challenging and difficult, like in-depth, deep, invasive surgeries. All of them, right? So that just my personal opinion. Angel, you're live. Woohoo. Yeah, we're all live. We're having a beer. Are you drinking tonight, Angel? Let me know. We're hanging out. It's Saturday night. We're good. Your teeth look perfect. My teeth? No way. Here. Jessica, look. And I'm not 8:18. I got to have dinner soon. But see right there? I have a chipped My number 9. I have a chipped front tooth on the incisal ledge, and they're not perfect, you know? I don't know. Okay, so conflict of in yes. Yes. Jefferson, right? Is that let me know. Did I pronounce that correctly, Jefferson? Yes. Thank you for that. It's conflict of interest, right? It's obvious. And they're letting it happen left and right. What is going on with this profession? If you have an influx and an increase in dentists going out, but they're not increasing jobs, you see what you know what's going on. You know what's going on. Angel, how much longer do you have? I have the rest of this year, which is what, 9 months left, and then I have one more year, my chief year after, and then I finish residency. Finally, any advice for pre-dents? Yes. Shadow as many dentists and many different types of dentists and specialists as you can prior to dental school. Okay, that's my recommendation. Also enjoy it before you start. Mary Santana, hi from Philadelphia. I've never seen you on live before. I'm such a fan. Mary, you're too kind. Thank you, and thank you for joining. Thank you for that. I'll do 10 minutes. It's 8:20 now. I'm hoping it's recording. This is a free. I only have free Zoom. I can't afford premium yet. Or Riverside's fantastic podcast app. Maybe one day. Mary, thanks for joining. Such a fan. You're really too kind. Philadelphia, awesome. I've never seen you live before. Yeah. It's my 4th live session, and it's the 3rd one I'm recording. I'm gonna keep track. I don't know, just for record's sake, and we will go from there. Erica, good evening, dear. Thanks, Erica. Thank you. Jefferson, I like the shared airway concept. Yep. Yeah, that's a good concept. Hannah B, why would you schedule this during a football? Why do you schedule this during a football game? Maybe because I'm not watching the football game. And I just got back from Fifth Hammer Brewery with my boys, Peter and Claire. They're married. They're a couple. Claire works at Tart in Manhattan, and Peter is one of my co-residents. We started residency together. Oh, boys, he's my boy, good friend of mine. Luke, heading out. Thanks for sharing the info. Always is inspired. Luke, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Hope you have a good night. I know it's getting late. I gotta have dinner soon. Gotta make something, put some calories in. Jefferson, did you have Dr. Bourne for any cases? Yes, Dr. Bourne. When I was helping, because I wasn't a resident at the time, I was a dental student. I went to shadow assist in the OR with the LIG residents. Dr. Bourne was the dental anesthesiologist for several of those days, cases, etc. Yeah, lots with Dr. Bourne. I think I'm going to see him soon, actually. By the way, why dental school over med school if you wanted to do surgery? This is an excellent question. Excellent question, because you have more surgical options if you go through medical school, and you'll really only have one option if you go through dental school. Excellent question. Because how many doctors have you shadowed? How many doctors have you shadowed and observed that have gone through medical school? Number one. 2, how many of them are actually happy? You know what I'm saying? Listen to them, talk with them, ask them deep questions such as, how did you like your residency experience? How did you like the camaraderie in your residency program? Would you do residency again if you had to go back? Compared to the amount of time, effort, learning, and hours you've spent dedicating your life, especially in training and residency in the hospital, how do you compare the money you make now? And this is the real answer, because everyone says, like, oh, it's hard now. You're not making any money as a resident. No, I'm not. I'm making 70, 75 grand a year as a resident. The money comes late. Well, wait. It's not about money. It's about the experience. It's about the career. It's about what makes you excited waking up every day. And it's yet to be told yet. I haven't graduated yet, started working full time outside. So therefore, I would ask all those doctors, surgeons, PAs, NPs, physical therapists, respiratory therapists, everything, go on, pharmacists, go through it. I would ask them, would you do it again? Would you do it all over again for this? Starting, because remember, here's the thing. I talk with other residents about this topic, and they don't understand something. The question of would you do it again doesn't imply starting in 1990, maybe when you ask it means, would you go through it again right now and then make the money that you make if you graduated right now or in 4, 6 years, whatever it may be, make the money after doing it all over again right now and starting to make the money right now going forward? Would that afford you the same lifestyle as which you've had up until this point? Does that make sense? This is a very important concept because I beg to differ. I don't think they would. You, the amount of time you need to put in now to make the same amount of money that you made in the 90s or the 2000s, you can barely even compare. The amount of money that's compensated for the work that's put in now, you will see. Ask them this question, and it's a very important part to this profession because doctors, it's not the burnout. Burnout is actually, I'll save this for another time, okay? But I highly recommend you talk to them, understand this topic, ask the questions, and figure out for yourself what this means, if it's worth it, what it means to you, because you're working more to make less. What does that mean in your terms of happiness, right? I can tell you mine all day. That doesn't mean anything. You need to know what that means in terms of your happiness. Does that make sense? You see what I'm saying? It's a very important concept because at the end of the day, you need to be happy. You need to be fulfilled. You need to be excited. You can't be dead when you're coming home to your family every single 6 days, 7 days a week. You're dead coming home. You're dead when you come home tonight to your 3-year-old. Are you kidding? Your 7-year-old when he's starting to understand what's going on. Work ethic is important to understand, but there's a certain amount of time you need to spend with your family members in order to connect with them, to relate with them, these are your loved ones. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Okay, I'll stop my rant. Okay, so dumb and clueless, studying for the, oh my God, where is it? Studying for the CBC right now. What score should I be aiming for? I would aim for a 75. I would be satisfied if I were you, if I got at least a 70. Depending on how many more attempts you can have on that exam. 4 more minutes. It's 8:26. It looks like it's still recording. I got 4 more minutes. I'll answer questions as many as I can. I would aim for 75. If you get a 70, still be satisfied, depending on how many more attempts you have. If you need to take it, again, take it. If it's going to conflict with externships and you already got a 70, do the externships. Make sense? You need to get, I would aim for at least 3 externships. That's the magic number. What's up, bro? Love the content. Miles Peterson. Thank you, dude. Much love. Much love. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate this. Answer a question. How can I help? How can I help, my friend? Mary Santana, where are you going to dinner? Right here. Right in my apartment. Right here. Jefferson. Yep, just Jeff. But Jeff. Oh, Jeff, dude. Thanks, man. Okay, cool. Cool. Good stuff, Jeff. Jeff, get me on Instagram. Okay, send me a DM. Let me say hello. I want to see you through, whether it is dental anesthesiology or not. You're going to need to apply to dental school first, which means you're going to need to take the DAT. And then through dental school, you're going to need tips, tricks, and then applying to dental anesthesiology, Dr. Boren, I want to see how I can help you through that process. Okay. It's going to be a long journey. I'm here for you. Let me know how I can help you. Okay. Jessica, I accidentally chipped my front tooth on a beer bottle one summer. Ooh. Ooh. Should have shotgunned it. Jeffrey. Oh, yep. Great. Yep. Mary Santana. Do you want to stay in the New York area after you're done practice there? I do. Residency has been so time consuming. There's so much work. I honestly have not been able to enjoy the New York area, the New York culture, the lifestyle. I haven't been able to enjoy it whatsoever. I've been here for almost 3 years now, and my friends, people that haven't been to New York ask me like, what do you do? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been able to do it myself. I'm embarrassed. I'm on primary first call 5 times a month still. Going on 2.5 years. I'm so frustrated because I feel like it's an excuse. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm making excuses. I'm on call too much. But I'm in a relationship. My girlfriend, with Luce, I want to spend time with her. We friends, family. My parents are getting divorced. I try and see them as much as I can. And then after that, it's like, I feel like there's an excuse a lot of the time, and I feel very, very, I really beat myself up for that. And I can't, although I feel like, I feel like an excuse. Anyway, Malu, I went to nursing school and would not do it again. Oof. Oh, nurses are getting way overworked and way underpaid. And Yes, that's true. Nurses are being way overworked and way underpaid. However, because I agree with that. However, I think you should also look at the hours versus pay of residents. And you could say, oh, well, you're getting your training in, your degree, and this and that. And true, I don't think you can possibly outweigh the amount of hours worked, the amount of work done, the amount of patients seen, the amount of days in the hospital worked versus the salary and say that that's equatable, like adding on the training, the experience, and like what you're being taught. There's a lot less, it's all being taught on the fly. There's a lot less being taught, like sit down, PowerPoints, this and that. And it's all being taught by 90% or more. 75%, 75, 80% or more is being taught by like higher level residents. And they're being paid too, they're residents as well. So think about it. Advancement on the thereof. Scribe experience would answer this question. Okay, I don't know what the question was. Is dental insurance worth it? I don't know. I don't know how much is being compensated for. I don't know how much it covers. I don't know how much dental care you need. There's a lot of the questions you need. What I do know is dental insurances are not reimbursing dentists, doctors, whatever, enough. Inflation is going like this, right? It's going like this. Insurance reimbursement is going like this. Dentists and doctors are not getting compensated adequately, and it has not been increased over the last 20 years in comparison to how much technology, cost of everything, cost of living, cost of materials, cost of biomaterials, cost of the work itself in the chair, taxes, real estate, state income tax, the real estate taxes doesn't even compare. Just an interesting thought. Dentistry is better. Advancement of thereof. I agree. Dumb and Clueless, did you use Anki for the CBSE? I didn't use Anki. I used First Aid, UWorld, Pathoma, Sketchy Farm, Sketchy Micro. These are the 5 resources I use. I also recommend Boards and Beyond. And now there's this new thing called like the boot camp, which I use for the DAT. DAT boot camp I use for the DAT. But now there's boot camp used for the STEP exams. And now you could study for the CBSE using the STEP boot camp. Apparently it's good. I don't know. I didn't use it. I would still recommend using UWorld, the first pass of questions and the second pass of questions. And then in the middle, I would use boot camp. If you have the time, that means you're literally going to need to start studying for this 5 to 6 months prior to the exam starts. Like literally now, if you're taking the February exam, okay, just my opinion input. I got my real estate license and open a management company. Not worth it for me to stay in the field. Well, real estate, especially with mortgage licenses and whatnot, you're getting crushed right. And I don't know how to navigate around that yet. One day I will, and I'll give you my input. But right now, you know what I mean? Jeff, thanks, Doc. Will do. Maybe see you out there. Have a good night. Jeff, you too, brother. Jeff, get me on Instagram, DM me so we can keep in touch. I want to see you through this process. However I can help you, I'm a resource for you. I'll be there, okay? Let me know. Let me know, brother. Do you work with CRNAs? Yes. On my 5-month anesthesia rotation, I work with many CRNAs. They're great. I think in healthcare, CRNAs are within the top 3, definitely within the top 5 career paths. Probably within the top 3 career paths over cert, because you need to weigh work-life balance. Work-life balance. How much time you have to yourself is protected. Are you going to get called in at 2:30 in the morning on a Saturday night with your family on Thanksgiving? That's not protection. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Protection, work-life balance, and work versus how much you work, and salary, right? Unfortunately, financials really weigh into this. And I think CRNAs, the work and compensation and the amount of protection you have in your life is balanced the most, okay? PAs, NPs, and I think CRNAs might be at the top of that list. So I put CRNAs within the top 3 professions within healthcare. This is just my opinion. This is not medical advice. This is my opinion, just my sole personal opinion. Curious what DMD versus Kevin Gray, DMD versus DDS. DMD and DDS mean the same exact thing. DMD is Doctor of Medicine and Dentistry. DDS is Doctor of Dental Surgery. They mean the same thing. It was in like 1887 when Harvard wanted to be special and exclusive, and I'm Harvard. And branch off, they created the DMD off of the DDS template pathway, whatever. Some schools followed suit. It means the same thing. You get the same degree. Whether you have a DDS or DMD, it doesn't affect your application to surgery, your licensing, working on patients. Okay? It's the same thing. Just get that down. Hello, it's Carlos. What's your favorite Jessica Simpson song? I don't know. I'm sorry, Carlos. I'm not. Play one for me. Tell me some lyrics. I don't know offhand. I don't know offhand. Hey, it's Nick Rod. Hey, Doc. What's the best way for a salesman to pitch to you? Asking for a friend. A salesman to pitch to me personally? Well, I want to know what they're looking for, what their goals are, and what they want to utilize as far as me. How can I help them, right? Because a lot of people on social, I don't do social media. I'm not selling you a thing right now, right? Like, let's get that straight. I do this for you. I'm not selling it. I make content, and I make content around helping you, right? I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's not my goal. So if a salesman was going to try and recruit me to be an influencer for them to sell their stuff, I need to know what they're trying to do. How does it benefit people? What are the benefits for me? You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to give up and sell your stuff for my image, my personal, my brand, because I'm organic, I'm pure, I'm doing this for you. You're not gonna so the answer is it's tough. I'm not going to give up my freedom to give you for you organically over the genuineness, right? I'm not doing this for anyone else but you. And I'd have to know more details as far as like a salesman, like whatever company they're trying to do. I like to focus around the viewer, the customer, the patient, especially, and how can we benefit you, them, whatever it may be, first and foremost, before I'm going to ask for anything in return. I'm getting by living in this very expensive, tiny apartment, but I like it. You know, I don't, I'm not rich. I like watches. I'm not going to go out and buy a Rolex. I don't like Rolexes in general. You get it. You get it. I'll get off that rant. Mary Santana, dental insurance, 100% worth it, if in my opinion. Okay. I think it probably is. Cleanings, maybe you need a filling once a year. I don't know. I don't know how it works for you personally, but at Finley, Brendan. That's my name. That's my name. 10%. We're cutting in on time here. My friend sells dental billing. Can help you get reimbursed. How good is it reimbursed compared to when oral surgeons were getting reimbursed in 1990, in 2000, in 2010? How good is that reimbursement now? That's the number I want to know. And don't sell me a lower number because that's inappropriate and unethical, because dentistry is more complicated, if not more. You get it. Let's move on. I love you, Jock. Do you have your own practice? I don't. I'm in residency. Hey, oh man, I'm behind on comments right now. Hey, it's Nick Rod. I'm the friend, by the way. Help you get paid? Be paid for what? What are you gonna help me get paid for? I don't need your money. I don't need a company's money. I am all in on helping. You can consult me, absolutely. Marketing and branding, I'm huge on that. I love that. But I will not give up my brand to sell people someone else's stuff. You could try. I'm interested in hearing what that might be, what that might call it. Like, well, let's talk. Let's talk. But first and foremost, I'm not interested in compromising anything, okay? Just to start there. At Elazim, are you single? My daughter moved to Hudson Yard for her first job. That's cute. What's her first job? What's her first job? Hey, Dr. Gallagher, do you want to hear what kind of extracurriculars are good for oral surgery residency? Helping out in the ORs, shadowing. You can do research, but, I say this a lot. Maybe one or two interviews ask me about my research experience, right? 8 out of 14 or 15 interviews asked me about playing the violin. And therefore, research I put at the low end of the totem pole. I really prioritize and put at the top end of my recommendation is be yourself. Do what you like. You need to study for the CABC, so that's 1. 2, I would put externships under that, right? That's how you get to know programs. That's how programs get to know you. I would get at minimum 3 externships in now. Try and get at least 3. Okay. Shadowing in the OR, working with your dental school's oral surgery program. assisting, shadowing, observing, etc. Letters of recommendation. I think that's everything. I think any advice on how to deal with bad pain from arch bars and wires? Oh, love her go. You're in a mess. It's tough. You could get ortho wax where they put little wax on top of the sharp points that are digging into your gums. That might help. Not necessarily. This is not medical advice. This is entirely opinion. I need to throw that out there literally every 5 seconds. But you get it. Okay. Talk about Dr. Kenny Smiles. I don't know Dr. Kenny Smiles. Bara Brokovich. I'm not. Maybe I do. Is that real doc Smiles on Instagram and TikTok? 90% of contracted rates. Hey, it's Nick Rod. What is 90% of contracted rates? That means it's not 100%. Why would I be interested? Right? 90% of contracted rates. So that's not 100%. Why would you be interested? God. My first and foremost attention and focus is the patient, okay? Contracted rates can be negotiated between the patient and insurance policies. That's between them. I focus on the patient, okay? Is Cocoa Floss worth it? It really depends on what you want. There's that Glide Floss that I think is a little... So you have like the regular cheap dental floss you get at like a pharmacy. And then you have Cocoa Floss that's very smooth and clean. I know a lot of my dental student colleagues, dental colleagues, they prefer Glide because it's smooth, right? It's not so abrasive on your gums when you snap it between the interproximal area of your teeth. However, personally, I prefer the cheaper floss you get at the CVS pharmacy because it is more abrasive, and I like to rub it up against the tooth surface to try and brush off the calculus tags, if they're there, debris, corn kernels, steak. Glide does a lot of it. I think the abrasiveness, not against the gums, but using it against the tooth surface, just my personal opinion. This is not medical advice. This is my opinion. I find it to be much more effective personally. Thanks, Doc. Currently putting wax as you speak. Good. Let me know how it works. Let me know. Hey, from Mile High City, Kimber Z26. Oh, shoot. Wait. Whoa. The chat just enlarged. This is awesome. Okay. From the Kimber Z26. Hey, from my house in Colorado. Let's go. Check out the TikTok videos. He's out of Texas. Some wild stories. I'll check it out. I'll have to check it out. Send it to me. Please DM me his contact on Instagram. DM me on Instagram his contact because I can follow there. Let me know whether it's. Let me know what his TikTok videos. I'll be able to go back to TikTok and follow from there. Adele Zim, thoughts on should we be buying organic floss? Maybe. I've never had organic floss. Organic, like what's organic floss? Like what's organic floss? Matthew, your thoughts on water toothpicks? It's okay, but like the whole idea of like is floss or toothpick. Toothpicks can cause gum recession in some cases, not entirely. Again, this is not medical advice, this is entirely opinion. But remember, the whole idea of the water picks is to floss. If you're flossing, why do you need a water pick? You see what I'm saying? Hygienist in the house, Kimber Z, let's go. Mile High State, hygienist in the house, let's go. Scene, no idea if you already answered this, but what made you choose OMFS over other dental specialties? It's surgically oriented and it's awesome. I love implants, taking out the most complicated teeth, and sedations. I mean, of course, other things, bone grafting, sinus lifts, this and that. Jaw surgery is fun. It's cool. But so that's what your thought on oil pulling. Come on, get out of here. Oil pulling, get out of here. No. BS. It's a hoax. Don't fall for that. Come on. Again, this is not medical advice. This is entirely opinion. My personal opinion. I'm not gonna, don't fall for oil pulling. Come on. Cheryl Gerst joined. Hello, hey Cheryl Gerst. Bara and Brokovich, do you use a scraper on yourself at home, like a tongue scraper? I don't have one. I just brush on my tongue. So, I mean, if I had a tongue scraper, great. But you're not going to put toothpaste on a tongue scraper. And I think brushing with toothpaste on your tongue is potentially, I don't know. There haven't been many studies on this, have there? It could potentially just as effective. You know what I mean? Barra and Brokovich, no, like the tartar picks the hygienists use. Oh, gotcha. I don't know. I don't know enough about that. I don't know. In oral surgery, we don't learn as much about like we haven't gone so much in utilization of instruments and materials for hygiene versus surgical procedure, like big, you know what I mean? I don't know enough. Seen or Sean seen with 12 ends. If you didn't choose OMFS, what dental specialty do you see yourself in? General dentistry and going to practice management, because I see a lot of these DSOs literally taking over, and I think it's such poor dentistry. It would be great, and maybe I can do this one day, I don't know, to create a model that's not necessarily corporate dentistry, but it's a model of an entity that can help dentists afford or buy their own practice, or something of the sorts, to allow dentists to live and work under their own name. I think working under your own name is very important. I really think. Oh, it's 8:45. Okay, I gotta go soon. Couple more questions. That's what I would do, because I want to get into entrepreneurship, ownership, and I love working with patients, and that's why I went into oral surgery, because I like doing surgery on patients. But I also see dentistry going in a very scary direction that I don't like, and I want to see it continue in the direction that it was going in before the whole DSO takeover and COVID changes. Who say, would you do implants on a smoker? It depends. How's the oral hygiene? What's their history? There's so many questions I need to ask. Are they also diabetic? Are they not? How many smokes? How many packs of how many cigarettes do they smoke a day? How many years have they been? How many pack years do they have under their belt, et cetera, and so on? I don't know. It really depends. It's patient specific. I can't say a yes or no to that. I can't. And again, this is not medical advice. This is solely personal opinion. Would you do orthodontics? Maybe. I used to do. We had an orthodontics class, and it went very well. It was cool. My best friend Sean, he's in orthodontics right now. Maybe imagine we were in it together. That would be pretty fire, honestly. But I'm a very surgically oriented person. I felt the itch to do surgery. Right. I love taking out teeth. I find it to be a lot of fun. I have a toddler who had enjoyed popping a crooked smile since he was a newborn. Help. I have a severe amount of popping and clicking in my jaw as well. Most people in the population have clicking and popping in the jaw. However, it is benign in many cases. You need to see your local oral surgeon or TMJ specialist, which is most likely an oral surgeon, about that, okay? A toddler should see a pediatric dentist. I would start there, maybe go see an oral surgeon. From there, I would start at the pediatric dentist. This is not medical advice. This is solely personal opinion, okay? Check it out. See what they think. What were the COVID changes made in your profession? In dental school, when COVID came about, I was finishing up third year of dental school, and they shut down the school for a few months, and then we slowly got back into clinic and whatnot. We continued with classes the entire time. Jesus, oh my God, those classes were. But I learned a lot about myself, read a lot of books, did a lot of learning on the side. I was listening to TED Talks before I would go to bed at night. I would shut off something I would do during COVID that was fun. I would shut off my phone at 9 o'clock, and I would only listen to TED Talks and like educational YouTube videos before I would go to bed at night. My wind down routine, getting up early, doing yoga prior to the day and stuff. I learned a lot about myself during COVID. It was a great time to kind of disconnect and learn about you. And then when the world started to open up again, you know much more about how you're going to interact in it. So that was cool. User, what were the COVID changes? Diabetics should not. Mary Santana, diabetics should not get implants. Are you sure? What's their HbA1c? Is their diabetes controlled or not? Have they had implants in the past? Were they successful? Were they not? How many teeth are left in their mouth? Are they in dentures? There's so many questions that you can't say it's not black and white, right? It's very much in the middle, and it's very patient, like case by case, right? Cheapest way to have a night guard made? I don't know. I don't make night guards personally. Mine pops and clips when I kiss. Well, maybe, maybe let it pop and click before you go in for the kill, right? Logan Archambault, best way to whiten teeth. I don't know. I don't do teeth whitening personally. In oral surgery, we don't do teeth whitening. Whitney Lee, what's up, Whitney? E. Hambers, do you have a girlfriend or boyfriend? Call me, beat me. Oh, that's funny. You're funny. You're funny. Oh, Mary Santana. No, it's a question. I'm sorry for it. No, 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 no. Cool, cool, cool. Thanks for asking. Yeah, it depends. It's very patient based, right? It's very case by case. Oh, I gotta eat dinner. I'm starving right now. Barra Brokovich, Logan Archambault trays with the gel from the dentist. I guess, maybe, perhaps. There's a symbol here. I don't know what that means. Did you get enough sleep today? Yeah, I got about 8 hours last night, actually. I wasn't working today. Yeah, I got enough sleep. Why? You see these rings around my eyes? Yeah. Yeah, dude, they've been coming in since high school, like mid-high school, maybe even earlier. Honestly, I don't know. Sometimes you have to own up and deal with the physical features you have. I don't put on makeup or anything. This is what I got. I have very pale, pasty white skin. I get made fun of every week for how white I am. And believe it or not, yeah, I get made fun of a lot for how white I am. And there's really nothing I could do about it. We work in the hospital all day long at night, but sometimes it's about what you do with your body, not with what you get. And I think that's a great thing I'm going to end on this. I think it's really important what you do with what you get versus how much of what you get in your lifetime. Does that make sense? It's not about what you get. It's not about how much of the glass you have full. It's about what you do with what you have in that glass. That makes sense? Lover girl, thanks for coming on here, talking to us. You're so kind. Oh, no. You're too kind. Thank you, lover girl. I really appreciate that. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you. Thank you. What time do you strive to sleep by? I really strive to sleep by 10:30, 11 o'clock at night because I try and get up between 5:30 and 6. That's when I strive to get up by, especially on a weekday basis. It gives you enough time to accomplish your morning tasks prior to work, right? You're deaf, good looking. Stop. You're too kind. Thank you. I appreciate it. Tell Alexandra hello. Vecna hello. However, good night. I'm gonna go eat dinner. Been on here for an hour and a half now. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate this. I am recording this, so behind the phone, I'm actually recording a Zoom call. So I'm gonna put this up on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna try and get on Twitter. I don't know. I've never done that before. I'm gonna try. This is TikTok Live number 4. I'm recording this on Zoom. I'm gonna save it on the YouTube channel. You can find it at Dr. Gallagher as well as podcasts. If you could find me on pod, it's just at Dr. Gallagher. You'll be able to find it there. Let me know. And please DM me on Instagram. That's how I can answer your question. Anything I can do from here. Den Ryan, hell, my name is Ryan. I'm a dental student at KSA. My dream is going to maxillofacial in USA. You need to go to international school, dental school in the United States, which is NYU. That is a 2-year international program, and go from there. Apply from there. B. I'm in 94. You were 94. I'm also a 94, baby. I was born in, bro. You're the best. OMFS TikTok. Thank you. You're too kind. I appreciate that. I do this for you. I do. I'm not selling you anything. You know what I mean? Lover girl. Thank you, Doc. Enjoy your night. You too. Mary Santana. Enjoy. You too. Enjoy the night. Happy Saturday. Have a beer. Enjoy the night. Guys, hit me up in the DM on Instagram. This way I could get back to you. Thank you so much for coming on. Love your presence too. Thank you. Good night, guys. I love you. Thank you so much for coming on. Where's shoot. Guys, how do I turn this? Swipe left to close. There we go. All right, guys. Love you. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday night. I'll talk to you soon. I'm going to try and do a TikTok live once a week. If I can from here forward. This is fun. I'm here for you. Good night. Love you.